Gladiators ready! Hello, viewer. It's Sunday, March the 3rd, 2024. I am Mr. Brune, and I trust you are all doing very well today. On this evening's live stream, we are discussing the goings on last week in the entertainment and on the social media. It was a week where things happened in Hollywood and more bad things happened in real life, which I try to ignore, but never mind, moving on. So, if you've not shut down for the evening, as I always say, lots to get through. Shall we get those guests out? You know it. Let's do this. Okay. First, watch out. War and Peace. He is the Star Wars novelist. This is the jester from Leicester. It is Emperor Kipling.
Oh, good evening, Mr. Brown.
Good
Thank you very
evening.
much for the
Good
invite
evening,
to this
Swappers.
evening's proceedings.
Good evening. How are you?
It's been worse, I have to say, Mr. Brown. But may I recount?
You may.
One of my new products that I have bubbling under the surface, ready for
Emperor.
release into the stores.
Butt plug.
Not quite. It's Aunt Brew's flambe cake. A dessert fit for those who crave the finest indulgences. This cream imperial creation, much like the dark side's allure, is built layer upon layer, each one concealing its own delectable secret, consumed straight from the oven. The rich chocolate ganache and moist sponge and the sumptuous filling form a
Stay in
harmonious
character.
symphony of deathly flavor that commands your devotion and sears the skin off your tongue. Give in to the temptation, for within Aunt Brew's dark, crumbly exterior, you shall
Stay in
discover
character.
a taste that reigns supreme, just as the Empire does over the galaxy.
When you say layer upon layer, do you mean Princess Leia? Thinking man's joke. Killed it. Sorry, folks. Good to have you on, Kippers.
Yes, thank you, Brown. Get on with the show.
Yes, doing my best. Okay. Next, he's got the wettest pocket on YouTube. It is Emperor Smilex.
Who's this upstart ripping off mine stuff? It's ridiculous.
Ah,
Hello, everybody. Hi. Hello, Mr. Brown. Hello, Swappers. I'm your
Yes,
biggest
hello,
fan.
Smilet. How good it is to see you at last on the same stream.
I'm very excited tonight.
guys, look at this. Look, we're 3 minutes 21 seconds. We're a 3, 2, 1 in. And just look at this. Look at that.
Yep.
Look
Able
at
to leap
that.
very small hillocks with a bit of a run up.
It's perfect. That is.
Is it a
that's
bird?
perfect,
Is
everybody.
it a plane?
Look at
Yeah,
that.
it's a shit otter.
If I stopped this stream now, I would be fully satisfied. Just those 3 minutes 50 seconds. Look at the quality on that. Yeah, you go. Look,
It's beautiful.
it's glorious. Yes.
Better than James Gunn's
Yes!
efforts.
Yeah, you don't get that on Nerdrotic.
You see, Ian's getting already excited because he's wearing red pants.
Fake photo that was apparently. Anyway, Smiley, it's great to have you on, mate.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Good to be here.
Shall we? You know what we need to do. Get the next guest
Yeah.
out.
Do it.
Okay. Next, backbone of this channel. You know it is, don't you? Professor R2.
I'm not sure if I'm on British Bake Off or Dueling Emperors. I don't know, but
Yes.
I feel like I can't compete in either.
Yes.
I'm here.
Beep,
Hello.
beep, boop.
Yes.
Yes. Are you? Are you well, my friend?
Doing well, thank you. And yourself?
Not bad. I've seen the most perfect avatar ever, so I'm happy.
It is glorious.
Here you go. No, oh, sorry, chat moved up. Hello, Melvin. Chat moved up. Not Brian. British Jack off. Cheers, Brian.
That's about right.
Okay.
So it's every week, isn't it? I think.
It is. Great to have you on, my friend. Shall we get the next peep out?
Yeah, let's get
Yay.
the on with it.
Yes. Okay. And last but by no means least, I'll give you a clue who it is. He is the wise elder of the channel. You know the rest. He is the great mega geek himself, Ian David Diaz.
Oh, hello. No. I was eating.
look.
So
See,
It's the munching monster of Monster Munch.
actually, no, I am eating jam tarts. Would you believe?
get you.
Lovely.
Are
The
they,
emperor would be proud.
is it a Emperor Kipling product?
No, Tesco's.
Oh.
Tesco's old brand. Yeah.
Ah, my
still lovely.
rivals, I condemn all enemies to the depths of the dark side.
Sword
Made
and
me hungry,
Stone.
Kipper. So I dived into the fridge.
Yes, I thought you might be slightly peckish after hearing my diatribe.
That's
but
right,
That was
yeah.
the intention, Mega Geek.
This panel is lacking estrogen.
There it is, isn't it? What's that?
Is that spelled incorrectly as well? But never mind.
Hope you're not assuming our genders.
Yeah, how dare you, Sword in the Storm?
How dare you?
How dare you go to prison for that nowadays? How dare you? So you well, Ian? Yes.
Yeah. Lovely.
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 Okay. I will say there's no Lord tonight, folks. Before you ask, so should we get on with it?
Yay!
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Let's put some slides up. Chat. Good evening. We can see you.
Yep. Sorry, chat. We're not talking about Dune tonight. Sorry.
Heavy. If you've not seen Dune,
Danny.
Dune Part 2, or is it June Part? I don't know.
No, it's Danny Part 2, apparently.
If you've not seen it, folks, you know what to do. Pop
Go
off
see
for a
it.
bit. Yeah, go see it. Yeah. Because there's heavy spoilers. Okay. But in a few moments. Okay, so episode 191, Musings, Sunday, March 3, 2024. Please like, share, and subscribe. Please donate to the channel. Okay, we'll do the bilge first. Yes. Okay. Halo. Is it just me?
Yep.
Hello.
No, I really think you
You're
are the
looking
last
for-
person watching it, actually.
I will say, Andrew, do you want to come on? Actually, Andrew, do you want to come on? Because you've seen June. Would you like to come on? Yes or no, Andrew? Okay, so is it just me then? It is.
I think it might be.
Okay.
I didn't even like the video games. I've got to say, I was never a big fan. I always found it very plasticky, so it just passed me by. This one.
I love the video game. I'm not loving this so much. It's just so disappointing, folks, and it should be amazing. And yeah, it's bogged down. And what more can I say? It's just fodder. Yeah. Okay. I think there's three episodes to go. But anyway, it's nearly ended already. But anyway. A missed opportunity, folks. Yet another missed opportunity. Who's watching this? We're supposed to be watching this. Apparently.
Yeah, I watched finished the first episode just earlier today. Yeah, quite enjoyed it. So yeah, I'm
Yeah.
looking forward to continuing.
I've watched 2 episodes. I think that's all that's available at the minute. Yeah, I've watched them both and really enjoying it so far. It's very well done.
For what?
Doesn't-
Yeah, for what reasons? Yeah.
Well, I mean, the obvious reason, it doesn't appear to have any sort of modern day politics in it. Surprise, surprise.
Yeah.
It seems to be relatively faithful to the source material, which I read 20 years ago. But from my memory, it seems pretty good. Yeah, it's got nice production value. It looks and feels good. The music is good. Most of the acting is pretty good. I'm not entirely convinced by the main dude in it, actually. The Cosmo, what's his face? But maybe he'll improve over the. He may not have had a great deal to do just yet, so there's still time for him to be redeemed in my eyeballs. But overall, really good.
R2.
I've really enjoyed it. Like I said, I've only gotten through the first episode, but it's the performances are really good. The the effects and everything. It feels very lived in. It feels very real.
Yeah.
And the environments and everything are they feel so authentic to the time, the costuming and stuff. There's going to be awards given for
Really?
that. It's very, very good. Yeah.
Okay, I'm just trying to find Andrew. Send us a message, please. I can't find you on the twats, mate. Okay, so we're 2 episodes in. Yes, do we know how many episodes?
I think it's 10.
Oh
I
wow.
believe it's 10.
Okay,
yeah.
it's not bad. It's not bad.
So, I mean, I don't know if anybody else has read the book, but it's an absolute brick. It's enormous. It's God knows how many pages, but it's big. So I think they're going to do it properly and give it its give it a bit of room to sort of tell everything. And it looks like so far they're trying to do that. There's an awful lot of the political intrigue going on between the clans, the Japanese clans going on. They're sort of getting into that quite a bit. So I'm expecting good things. I'm hoping it just doesn't, do the usual and either end up being incredibly padded out in the middle or just going down the route of girl bosses and the usual stuff that's in everything else.
Ian, you're going to be watching this. I think we should, don't you?
I might do. I don't know. I'm extremely busy.
Yeah.
With work, so I don't really. Sometimes I don't really have time to watch anything. But I might give this a go.
It's a good Sunday afternoon kind of watch. Is this one, Mega Geek? It's not gonna it's if you're not ready for a sort of a bit of a slow burn, maybe
there's
it's
boobs.
Yeah, wait for the opportunity to really sort of sit down and just let it wash over you because it's a big old epic.
Right.
Feels like a much older production. Doesn't feel like some modern.
Yeah. True.
Modern kind of production where it's the constant cuts and action and everything. It feels like, like you said, a slow burn. Really just takes its time delivering the story and letting you kind of soak in what you're seeing. Yeah.
Swappers.
I like the look of this show. I've got to admit, I remember seeing the original when I was a kid, and I quite enjoyed it. This looks to be quite a bit more authentic. Obviously, probably would be in this day and age. But to my knowledge, aren't Hulu and FX owned by Disney?
Yeah,
they
are now. Yeah,
that is the elephant in the room. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
But
I do. It does concern me slightly that this could be a bait and switch, and they could mess things up further.
They
down
did,
the line.
didn't they? There wasn't the assassin. Somebody said to me the assassin might be a male, and they turned it into a woman.
Oh no!
Yeah,
right?
the assassin is female in episode 2, but it's
never happened.
It's I mean, it's in the terms of how the story is going, you can understand why somebody might have sent a female assassin, but that as yet, I'm not saying that that's a warning for what's to come. I think so far I'm going to give it a pass. I haven't seen anything so far that's made me go, no
bait and switch then.
Not yet. It still could happen, but it's not. It's got 8 episodes left to go.
Okay, I'm gonna start watching it this week. Okay, so that's Shogun, everybody. I kind of get the feeling
Shogun
should be watching it. Okay, let's move on. Ooh. Anybody know anything about this?
The sand gets everywhere.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really like the poster.
If Ruin was here right now, speaking of the poster, actually, if Ruin was here, his eyes would be taken straight to the Harkonnens and looking at Raban getting it up the bum by the
That is up the arse corner, isn't it?
It is. And then
he's watching him, so. Up the arse. Oh, here we go. We'll start off with the chat. Here you go. Max Voomfondel. Oops, sorry, chat moved up.
Go on, Ian. Go on. Read it out.
Go on, Ian.
What? It wasn't actually. It wasn't.
What?
It wasn't. Look, it wasn't shit. It's a cinematic experience. Of course, it is. If you see it in if you see it in IMAX, you should watch it in IMAX because that's what it's made for, and that's the best way you can experience it. But it left me cold. I came out. I didn't feel anything for any of the characters. It's a huge epic. Special effects are good in most places. The acting is good. There's nothing technically there's nothing wrong with it, but emotionally there's nothing there. That's my review of it.
I've heard from a few people that Zendaya is a bit insufferable in this.
She's not actually. I mean, a lot of people have a go at her. She's a good actress.
She's Zendaya, is what she is.
I honestly, because a lot of people like to stag her off and stuff. I think she's a good actress. I've seen her other stuff. She's a good actress, but some people said there's a bit of woke in here, and I remember the guy from Midnight Edge pointed a couple of things out. Oh, he read the novel and I didn't, so I wouldn't know. So I mean, don't be too surprised if you see the third one and it's completely woke. I know Ben Shapiro loved it. Listened to his review today.
Yes, I listened to it as well.
Yeah, so and he didn't have anything bad to say about it.
So Ben, what do you know?
I'm sure there's like check boxes that they thought like not so obvious check boxes they decided to tick just to keep their overlords happy, if you know what I mean. But I suppose on the whole they've kind of escaped unscathed.
I mean, somebody said that Chalamet, whatever his name is, or Shalamar, he's skinny, and yet he takes on all these people 10 size of him, and he can beat them and stuff like that. And quite frankly, that never even occurred to me when I was watching the film. I said I did enjoy it, but I didn't care about anyone.
That's silly. That the whole thing with in the books and in both these films and the one from 84. The idea is that they're learning how to fight in a way that you don't have to be a brute to fight somebody. It's all about elegant movements and deception and being able to basically outsmart your opponent in how you're fighting with them. It's not about strength. So that's a silly thing to say.
Right.
I think if you actually go back to the actual lore of the books itself.
Yeah, they even pointed out in the first one that he's a bit of a skinny runt. I mean, Jason Momoa's character comes up and just sort of makes fun of him for being
Isn't he 14
brawny.
in the film?
He's 14, 15 years old, something like that.
Yeah, there's a joke kind of in the background. It's not like while they're on camera, but you hear him say something about you put on muscle, and he's like, "You think?" He's like, "No."
Well, they were saying that in the book, no one questioned the thing that they believed in Paul, and in this film, they had Zendaya and her clan kept laughing at the people that believed in the prophecy. And I can't remember who pointed it out. They said that's not in the book at all. They changed that completely. Everyone believed in the prophecy in the book. As I said, I've never read the book, so I don't know if that's true. Could anybody tell me? Has anybody read the book here?
I've read book one a long time ago, probably 25 years ago. So I've got to say I'm rusty on this one. I can't, and I've not read two. So not the first.
Yeah, apparently that's one of the woke things. Against religion and blah blah blah. That's what somebody pointed out. I think the guy from Midnight Edge pointed it out. But as I said, I don't know because I never read the book, so I wouldn't know.
Yeah,
here you go. Hello, Shay. Long time no see. It's true. She is a priestess in the book.
Right. No. Okay. So they changed that then.
Yeah, she's definitely not one of his detractors, no. And it's never really specifically said in the book, if I'm remembering correctly, it's never really specifically said in the book that absolutely every last Fremen believed in him. But there were enough that it was a massive army that did follow him. So
also, it says that Zendaya character didn't storm off in disgust in the book.
No,
she
that
actually,
No,
so,
that's true. Yeah, the two of them are in love, and they stay pretty much together and have a child. The relationship that Paul forms with the Emperor's daughter is effectively just on paper. It's just there as a negotiating tactic, really. And they're on different planets. So I know that bit's different, but I think just like your tweet from last week, I came out feeling much the same, just like a little bit disconnected from everything that I just watched. It looked very nice. It was obviously that spent some money on it. For the most part, the casting was pretty much spot on, but it was lacking something for me. I'm not saying
human connection.
Everyone will get that. Well, exactly. Yeah, emotion, empathy, something. Yeah.
I mean, I did feel for the only thing as I said before, the only person I felt for, because I thought he was really good and I hated him, was the guy Elvis who was stabbing up people. I felt a disgust for him, but that was the only thing. I didn't feel anything for anyone.
Was it Austin
really.
Butler?
I think Austin Butler. Yeah. He was great in the film. It was good. So
I like seeing Baron Harkonnen though. I think he's great. Makes me feel happy every time I see him.
And also, there's things that don't make any sense in the film, like how long is she having that baby for? I mean, shouldn't the baby been born halfway through that film?
I think this was supposed to. Apparently, in the book, it's 3 years. This was 6 months, apparently.
Yeah, that's definitely a change that they made. They were in the South in the books, training and building their army and on and off striking the Harkonnens and their spice operations, disrupting that for years. Yeah.
So why did they change it then? That's the question. It's stinking a bit, right, guys?
To be honest,
it seems rather silly, honestly.
Yeah, I just got the impression it was bad storytelling. I don't even know if it's an intentional change. I think it's just I didn't get much of a sense of time passing in this film, or how much time had passed in the film throughout most of it. I was thinking, how long has this war been going? Is there any consequences for each battle? I couldn't really tell.
Well, we do know the left hates motherhood, and we do know the left hates religion.
Ian, easy.
So no, easy nothing. We all know this. So
I know.
The question is these things done deliberately? And now there's a question to try and answer. Really, let's face it.
I mean, it's a 60-year-old book, so some of it's coming from the source material. So I mean, as much as they might have changed it a little bit, I'm not sure if it's wildly different from the book.
Yeah,
so
I haven't
say for sure.
Smilex and I had a hot date on Friday, didn't we?
It's true. That is true. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Both got hickeys now. Both can't go outside for a couple of days.
We felt exactly the same after watching this, didn't we?
Pretty much. Yeah, we were both getting a little restless in that last half hour, I think.
If I didn't open my big mouth, would you have liked it, though? That's the question.
No, because I think Mr. Brown was definitely more excited about this than I was.
I think that's a problem. I was so excited with this. I've been vacillating for 6 months now.
Yeah, so I think we both wanted to like this, and I was ready. And I liked the first one, so I was ready and prepared to let this be a masterpiece, a big event of the year. But I was really struggling to get connected to anybody in the film.
I had the problem with the first one as well. I didn't connect with anyone in the first one. And just when the film got started, it ended, the first one. And then I was hoping this would be something, better and but it wasn't really. It was big,
If I remember correctly, my comments were I appreciate the visual mastery of what I've seen. But there was just no connection at all, and there was a couple of moments where, this is bad, folks, I almost looked at my watch, and I thought, oh dear, and I had to resist not looking at my watch.
No, I don't think it was that bad. I didn't look
I
at
got
my
some
watch.
Padme vibes from Zendaya in
Oh,
the
did
in the
you?
romance sequence. Yeah, I was thinking.
That's another one. Every time Zendaya was on screen, it just took me straight out of it.
Really? I think you're
Straight
being
out.
too hard on her. She's all
Straight out.
right.
She looked like she put weight on as well. And she's supposed to be in the desert, and she's a bit of a plump.
Bit of a plump.
I have to say, I maybe not pulled me out of the film, but no, I don't like Zendaya. I don't like her in this role. I don't really like her in anything. Personally, I don't really feel like she's an actress. She's a
Should
performer.
have cast an unknown.
Yeah.
What do you reckon?
She's
She
not
has
playing
resting
a character.
Zendaya face, doesn't
Yeah,
she?
she's just herself. She's not playing a character. She's
She's
herself.
playing Valley Girl, folks.
Yeah.
She's MJ.
Yeah. I didn't think she's MJ either. She's Zendaya.
See,
who's in love with Spider-Man. Yeah.
Blue Bear, hello, my friend. Stop simping. She's a plank of wood.
There you go. Mr. Burns is saying that, so
I totally disagree. I think she's a good actress. She is a good actress, but as I said, maybe they've miscast her in this. Maybe she didn't deserve to be. And I keep thinking to myself, she's been cast in this because of the color of her skin. So,
without a doubt.
make of that. Yeah, make of that as you will.
I think that's probably one of the reasons why I like the first one, because she was in it for 2 seconds at the end.
Yeah. that is the age that we're in, Mega Geek. Now, when we see somebody cast in a role, or we see somebody getting a job, or we see someone, I don't know, given a position on the Supreme Court, we say, well, they got that job because of the color of their skin, not because they're good at their job.
It's very sad. Sean Young was there, played that part in the
Yeah, she did. Yeah. Well, they're going to hate Rebecca Gold because she's not Mary Sue, and she's gay.
I will also say, and I think I said this to Smilex after watching, I am so jaded by
after the kissing as well.
No, I'm just so just so jaded by the continual amount of shite that we've had from Hollywood over these last few years, be it on TV or movies. And I've got to the point now where I just don't care. I think I've just had it completely. I was looking forward to this movie, and I was teetering on being bored several times. How bad is that?
Listen, guys, so I don't know if you want to call them the left or whatever. They deliberately did the stuff to movies, TV, and stuff like that. Do you think now that they've sort of cottoned on that we are seeing it? So what they've done is they've ordered their minions to be very subtle, but still put the message in. And
I think when South Park are making an episode like the Kathleen Kennedy one, I think Hollywood is aware that the audience is now,
That's what I'm saying. So do you think now the people that are in charge are going, we still want to put the message in, but put it in subtly? And
I would imagine so.
There. So do you reckon Dune was part of that thing?
I don't know.
I mean, even if they change their minds on everything in the last year, it's still we're not going to get the effects of that for about 3 or 4 years anyway, are we? So
yeah,
folks.
It's a big old ship to turn around, isn't it?
Fat Lobber, a masterpiece in visual effects and a mediocre in story telling.
They got to agree there. I was also very much looking forward to this film. I was really looking forward to seeing it in the theater.
Yes.
And I did enjoy it. I enjoyed the movie. I didn't love it. It did not, as I was, telling someone else in another conversation, that, a really great film. Just, it grabs you. It pulls you in. You're experiencing that film, and I didn't feel that in this movie. I was watching the story. It was happening. There were actors on screen. There was gorgeous special effects.
Incredible.
And it told the story, but it just didn't, it wasn't magical. It did not hit that level of being a truly great film.
The budget was a reported 190. That's 190 million.
I mean, given the people that they have in the film, the actors that they have, given the amount of special effects, the length of the film, that's not unreasonable.
my point is, did they run out of money? Because at the end, right, it felt like with the final battle. Well, we didn't see it, did we? We saw the very, very beginning. Then the next thing, the doors open. It's like, spend the extra 10 million to do the battle, please.
But I think that problem was happening earlier on in the film as well. I was making the example yesterday about the trial that he went on, and then we don't see the trial. We just basically get him having a little montage of romance moments instead. So it's like, I just think it's bad storytelling. I don't think it's the fact that they ran out of cash. I think they just ran out of either running time and they wanted to try and get it down to a shorter running time, or it was just a case of bad storytelling. I wish it wasn't, but I wish it was just a money thing.
Yeah, many people have said they wanted an extra 15, 20 minutes.
Could have done, yeah.
I bet there was a 3-hour 30 film here, and it would have probably been the sweet spots.
Yeah.
Or did they not want male heroes bashing up the baddies? Let's just throw that in there.
I mean, they had the option of not showing that. If they wanted to put Zendaya in an exciting role, she could have had a role in that last battle, I guess.
Well, she did run around with the guy with the, Paul with the gun in it, blowing up the things and stuff, didn't she?
I don't think it's that. I think they're going to have to show some of that in the next one, if
they make the next one.
Yeah. He's thinking about making 4, isn't he?
Yeah, he can think all he wants.
I think it was 3. I think it's 3 that he wants to make.
I know he's got plans for 4, but they might only make 3.
So some people have compared this to The Empire Strikes Back.
No, Empire Strikes Back's so much better.
Yeah, no, this is not The Empire Strikes Back.
No,
those people
are
wrong.
This is the second half of the first book. This is not The Empire Strikes Back.
Those people need to be rounded up and put in cages. I don't think that's too harsh.
Well, no, it's like I said, I think it was a decently well-made film, even. Just not, it doesn't rise to that level of greatness. There's some good performances. There's some weak performances. Javier Bardem was particularly enjoyable on screen.
Really
he was really just enjoyed, watching his character and having some of the fun quips and stuff. And I think one thing that this film really suffered from was, we've heard that the director, he didn't, or what did he say? He wanted to make films that didn't have dialogue, right? He'd rather make a film that didn't have dialogue. And you can see there's a whole bunch of places where they could very easily have told the story better, and they could have had more interesting characters, and they could have built relationships between characters if they would just spend some time, talking to each other. Instead, we just we cut, and then you see the scene, and then you cut, and then we see that scene. And
also, you never felt that Paul was in any real danger, apart from the bit where he gets spoilers when he gets stabbed at the end. You never felt he was in any real danger, even when he was trying to blow up that tank thing with Zendaya and stuff. You didn't really feel, because if he died, then that means the movie would end. Do you know what I mean? So you didn't feel, unlike when you were watching Empire Strikes Back and Luke gets his hand cut off, and you're like, "Fuck," do you know what I mean? And then it ends in a bitter note. And you went, "Fuck," do you know what I mean? So you did care about those characters, but I really don't understand why I don't feel. Well, I do understand it. It's not a very well-written screenplay, in my opinion. I understand why we didn't feel for any of them, because none of them were worthy of your attention, were they? None of them.
No, there were sketches rather than actually fully drawn out characters.
Yeah, I think again the closest one was Stilgar.
Yeah,
you actually got to you heard from him how he kind of felt about things. You could see the emotion that he was trying to deal with trying to understand that this, trying to tell everybody Paul is the one that's here, and then watching the things that were happening and seeing the signs, that kind of stuff.
That's not Stilgar. That's what's his name in it? You're talking about?
That's Javier Bardem.
Yeah,
Stilgar.
him. Is that his name in the film?
Yes, Stilgar.
Oh, I see. Okay, all right. No
here you go, folks. Hostman's Lounge. Hello, my friend. Just got out of the cinema from this. I'm conflicted. You are.
Yes, we're there with you.
I said to Smilex, and I made a point of saying this, didn't I, Smilex? I didn't connect with this movie at all. A true good, a great movie is when you connect with it. I connected with Avatar 2. So does that make Avatar 2 a better movie?
You can. The reason why you connected with Avatar, in my opinion, was because James Cameron is a far more better director than this new fella. He knows how to do action where you're at the edge of your seat, and you were at the edge of your seat in the climax of that film. But with this one, you weren't, because it was so very clinical, in my opinion. So, as I'm saying, it depends on the director, doesn't it? You know, the director could what's the matter? What are you laughing at?
There you go.
Fuck it, bro.
It's controversial.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. Yeah, it all depends on the director.
Very good.
Quite frankly, I don't rate this new thing. A lot of people have been raving and ranting about him, but I've not seen
Denis
anything.
Villeneuve.
I've not seen anything that he's done that's actually connected with me personally. I can just talk for myself.
Okay.
Sorry,
Sicario was okay.
Yeah, it was okay. Yeah, I liked it. I liked the characters.
I liked Dune Part 1, or was it Dune Part 1? That was all right. But
I
he
didn't
just
like Dune Part
got
1.
away by the skin of his teeth. Look who's here, everybody. Actually, Andrew.
Hello. I'm
Hello.
finally here.
Are you actually Andrew?
He's not Brian.
No.
He's definitely not Brian.
How are you doing, my friend?
I'm doing good. I just woke up from a nap. And then ate some dinner.
Those are nice.
What time's that over there, mate?
5:47.
Oh,
Christ. In the evening. So we're discussing Dune Part 2, my friend. Your thoughts. You've seen it, haven't you? I saw your car review.
Yeah. I've watched it twice now. I went by myself on Thursday and I brought a friend Saturday. The first time I watched it, I was conflicted. I didn't know how I felt about it the first time. But then on second watch, for some reason I loved it. Like, I love this movie. Second watch, like, it didn't fix the movie. I just, like, understood everything that was trying to be told.
Yeah. Had you read the books?
No. So that's part of the reason probably why I love it so much, just because I have no previous understanding to the source material.
I'm not really judging it against the books myself. It's been a long time since I read it.
It should stand on its own, shouldn't it?
Yeah. I know I heard a lot of stuff that was changed. Like, for example, Zendaya's character was changed a lot because in the book she's not as skeptical. Honestly, I kind of prefer that for this story, for some of the Fremen to be skeptical, because it adds depth to the Fremen, like as a society. Some believe in the prophecy, some don't, and that raises conflicts within the Fremen themselves. And that's kind of what the first act of the movie is Paul trying to convince the non-believers. He says when his mother just took the worm juice, I think he says, "I'm not here to lead. I just want to learn your ways. Let me fight beside you." And then while he learns their ways, he earns their trust, and they become followers of him because he's so good at what he does. Because he's a good tactician, he's good at fighting. He was trained by Duck in Idaho and Gurney Alec, and so these people trust him. Zendaya trusts him not because he's the Messiah, because he's sincere. I think she even says that in the movie when talking to her friend. And then the second act, this movie's kind of weird because it doesn't even feel like there's a second act, or I guess like a traditional 3-act structure. It does feel like 2 acts. Part 1 is Act 1 is him convincing everyone to follow him, and then Act 2 is like, all right, now that I've gaslit all of you, let's go to war.
Yeah. Well, remember that this is basically the second half of a book that would have more of a 3-act. So we basically started Act 2 in the first movie and
Yeah,
then
there you
picked
go.
up in the
Yeah,
middle of
second
Act 2
Yeah, good point. Yeah,
at
good
the
point.
start of this movie.
Yeah, it's
So
each movie is
it's
like
a
an
little
act and a
weird.
half.
Yeah.
But in terms of the comparison to Empire, I think in terms of what it's doing for the sci-fi genre, I think it is comparable. Not on a like a toy,
Maybe.
it's words.
Yeah.
Not on like a story, like a movie itself level rating. I think Dune is finally pushing us past everything trying to be Star Wars or Star Trek or anything. Because like in the past like 5 years, sci-fi's been meh. I can't think of anything from the past 5 years.
Sci-fi's just gone backwards.
Like we have everything trying to be Star Wars. Star Wars is trying to be Star Wars at this point, and they're desperate for it. Star Wars has just become the self-cannibalizing franchise at this point.
All Star Wars knows how to be is talking about Star Wars. No, that's all.
Very, very true.
So
referencing itself.
It felt very refreshing to see a new franchise come forward and not try to be anything but itself. And I think in terms of Dune and what it's trying to do, I think it does it well. Of course, there is the problem of the characters aren't really people. They do feel like cardboard cutouts. That feels a little harsh, but I think it feels like watching this, it feels like I'm back in history class listening to like an epic tale from Greek mythology, like the Odyssey or something. In the way it's not this movie doesn't want to take time for its characters. It's way more invested in its ideas.
Until it takes about 20 minutes to show us Fade Ralpha in a fight.
Oh, on the black and white
gladiator thing.
Oh, yeah.
That was completely worthless. I did not.
I love
that.
For that. That was crazy good. Only because like, the reason I liked it was because when the slaves are coming out, getting ready to fight, the announcer's like, and for Fade Roth's birthday, excuse me. The last remnants of the House Atreides, and I was like, holy shit. I don't know, that like that hit me. I was like, damn, these people just got annihilated from the face of the universe, and now they're being toyed around and played with like toys and just killed to the hands of a psychopath.
I just felt like that time could have been used so much better for some of the other more story important things in the film.
I went to the bathroom at the beginning of that, and then I came back and I felt like I missed nothing.
Yeah.
During that fight scene. It's cool. It's just super long.
Yeah. It just feels like it's way too indulgent on that. It could have just spent a little bit of time. Yeah, we could have seen him fighting, they could have even done a montage of showing him like how incredibly strong he is, how incredibly good he is in the arena, something like that, just to show us what a badass he is. They could have done that. It didn't have to take as long as it did. So I don't know.
Yeah.
May I do some super chats, please?
Sure.
Okay, Iceman for €2. Thank you, my friend. Waiting for a Rebecca Ferguson slide.
Me too.
True.
Oops. Peter Pidrak for $2 live. Yay! Thank you, Peter. Hooligan S3 for I always want to go $20. The Bene Gesserit planted their religion across the galaxy to prepare for a messiah, the product of a breeding program. Jessica upset the apple cart for breeding / political gamesmanship by producing a male heir, Paul.
Yes.
I've met this person, Stephen Smith, for £10. That's real money, allegedly, folks. Shame Dune 2 didn't quite live up to my expectations, but I still think it was a visual masterpiece with good use of CGI. Good to meet Mr. Brown and Smilex. It was indeed, my friend. Good to meet you. And one more, Melvin Deeply for £5, real money allegedly. Do you think people 40 to 50 plus are still capable of experiencing magical when they see
I
a
think
new...
we are. I think it's still possible. If you're a fan of cinema, I think it's still possible to get that kind of moment. And I still appreciate something that's just really well made. I watched Poor Things earlier today, and it was great.
Well, I don't care how well made it is. If I don't connect with it, it's a bit of a failure for me. So yeah, well, I mean, it was enjoyable, but I still think it failed.
Ego MGK4. This panel's 60 plus.
At least.
All getting our senior discounts.
That's our IQs as well. So
welcome to the Mr. Brown OAP Club.
£3 tickets to the cinema.
Welcome to the retirement home.
You want magical, Melvin? You just go to the cinema with Mr. Brown sometime. I tell you.
Okay. Shall we? There's one more super chat. We'll do this and then we'll move on. Ponty Paul for £5. Real money allegedly, folks. Thank you, my friend. Read it and weep. Zendaya was good in this.
She wasn't too bad. I didn't
welcome
think.
to that opinion.
Yeah,
I liked her.
She was too bad.
She put on a great performance as Zendaya. Yes.
The rule of the channel is if somebody pays to tell us something, then that's correct. So Zendaya was good, everybody.
She was a great Zendaya. I don't think anyone else could have played Zendaya as well as she played.
As Zendaya, yes. She was top draw, everybody. Okay, let's move on then. It's a sidestep. We're just going through we'll just go through all the guff. Okay, so I'll stop doing Dune 2.
This does not surprise me. This particular.
So domestic previews were 12 million, 50% more than the first. So that would have been, what day would that have been? It was different in the States, wasn't it?
Previews would have been Thursday and before. The preview here would have been on Friday, or the premiere here would have been on Friday. Yeah, the March 1st. So previews would have been the 28th and the 29th February.
That is not bad then, is it, really, when you think about it?
No, not bad at all.
I think it's up to like 700 and... No, not 700. Holy shit. 178 million now?
Yeah, so that's 12 for the domestics.
You have it. I'm spoiling.
Dune 2, was it Dune 2? It should say part 2, shouldn't it, really? But opens with 81.5. That's 81.5 domestically. Almost double the opening weekend for part 1.
Yeah,
and this is one of those definitions of a cult movie, isn't it? It's like the first film this film has been sold on the word of mouth from the first one, because the first one didn't get seen by a lot of people in the cinema on its first run. Unless you were into sci-fi as a genre and not scared of going out because of alleged plagues, for whatever reason. But this has probably been sold on word of mouth, because I don't know about you. I haven't seen a huge amount of marketing campaign for this.
In all the buses.
Oh, has it?
The buses.
Well, I don't go out. Obviously, I just don't leave the house. So.
Oh, don't you?
I hide.
In everywhere.
And that 81.5 is not some fakey 6-day weekend. This is actually a traditional 3-day weekend.
Yeah.
Friday through Sunday.
Okay.
So yeah, that's really good. That's a great take.
So what you're saying is that it made more money than the last
Madam
one.
Web.
It's already made more money than Madam Web. Totally.
Okay, so this popped on before we came on then. Dune 2, was it June 2, opens with 178.5. That's 178.5 worldwide. Over 50% more than the previous.
I mean, it's a solid
doing
start.
The business.
Yeah, and it's got at least probably 2 more weekends where it's going to do well, I would imagine.
That's good.
Yep, we'll have to wait and see what the drop off looks like next week, but if it can hold to a 50% or something, it ought to do really well.
Tim's talk, hello Tim A. 97 million international. That's pretty good for that's good.
It's got one weekend next weekend to itself, I think, pretty much, and then in the weekend after, is it Ghostbusters the weekend after that? It might be.
That's got 2 more weeks. So
2 more weeks.
it's
So
got
I
2
kind of hope Dune 2 beats it at the box office. Like people are like,
They could.
"What? Frozen Empire? I'm gonna go watch
If-
Dune again."
If I remember what I read today, it was literally $1 million behind what Oppenheimer opened to.
That's
Wow.
crazy.
Yeah, so it's on a par with Oppenheimer, folks.
That's good.
Yep.
I hope it makes its money back. That's all I can say.
Yeah, it is already its total box office is already basically double that of Madam Web. So we're doing good.
Madam Web.
Didn't Madam Web just hit 90 mil?
It's just barely broken 90
God.
million.
Woo! Okay, so I think it's going to do well. Yes, it's going to do well.
I hope so.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I hope Warner Brothers greenlights Dune Messiah.
Yep.
Because I would like to see where the story goes.
Yep.
Smilex, I think
Read
I
the
may.
book.
No, I haven't read the book. I've heard. I mean, I see stuff from the book like being talked about. Like my dad has read the book. He's also watched the '84 version. He's also watched the sci-fi miniseries. Except he still hasn't watched these movies. And he's told me about it. There's also a lot of stuff in the movie where it feels like it's just gonna happen, like the inevitability of the war that like kills a bunch of people in the universe.
Yes. My guess is. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
One of the things that I wanted in this movie was a conversation between Gurney Alec and Stilgar, because they both like believe in Paul and serve Paul like with all of their being, but for very different reasons. And I just hope in the next movie they do something with those two characters, because they're pretty much the same, just on opposite spectrums of like the foundation of their belief.
Well, I can guess that in the next one it'll just be bigger special effects, and everybody will be told
Zendaya.
they'll have the same experience that you had in the second one, because I don't rate this director at all. I think to make a really good movie, you have to be a really good director and understand what is a movie and what is a novel. And I think this guy, he just concentrates on the atmosphere and
on the visuals.
and the
Maybe you
visuals,
should get
but not
Nolan to
people.
direct it.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Okay, let's do the next slide then, folks. This somebody tweeted this.
Who's the guy sitting right at the front?
Yeah, I was gonna say that front row seat is crazy.
That's madness.
That's Brown's seat right there.
Brown only looks up at movies.
Dear. That's crazy.
I wonder where Link. This is obviously in America. This would have been like the super early showings first day IMAX 70mm, because look, 3:15 a.m.
Yeah,
look at that.
That guy sitting in the front, he's gonna have a crook in his neck, isn't he? Watching that film. Bloody hell.
Yeah.
That's incredible, isn't it?
That's in New York. That's in New York, in Manhattan. Yep.
Wow. That's doing the numbers, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm so happy that the film is going to make its budget back, and because there should be more films like this out there instead of the crap we're getting.
Big budget blockbusters that don't feel like they're shot in an iPhone 4.
The bloke at the front will be having
Or
a
Sony
crafty.
FX.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's definitely got that popcorn bucket. That guy at the front.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, he's definitely.
I wonder how many
one
of those have
popcorns.
sold. I need those numbers.
Yeah, here you go. I saw this as well. Yeah, Franco Walker. Hello, Franco. Those two at the right front have a crap view.
Oh yeah,
I know.
See, right up Zendaya's nostrils from there.
My God.
I don't understand why they build theaters like this. It's so stupid. Why would you have the seats at the side? Because everybody knows that's a bad experience. If you're having a seat at the side, you'll never get to see the film.
It's difficult
properly.
to adjust. Yes.
It's stupid. It's really stupid. It should be one straight line all the way down to encompass the whole screen. But obviously, they're trying to make more money with the seats at the side, just like the aeroplanes when they give you a tiny little space to put your legs. Madness.
Okay,
Absolute
so
madness.
let's do the next one then. Sidestep. Lots of Denis Villeneuve stuff. So says, if I could have made, well, this is what you said, Ian. If I could have made movies without any dialogue, it would have been paradise. I'm not someone who remembers movies because of their lines. I remember movies because of their images.
What a shit thing to say.
What a load of bollocks.
Honestly.
He'll never be a terrible YouTuber, wouldn't he?
No. What a shit thing to say.
Luke, I am your father.
It's ridiculous, isn't it, to say something like that? Anyway, you know, I don't rate him at all. But anyway, whatever.
I do like some of his stuff. I think he's all right, but I think his problem might be just adapting books. I just don't think he's very good at adapting the book into the film.
Anybody remember some epic lines from movies?
I can quote Dune 1. When Paul's having a spice freak out, and he's like, "It's coming. I see a war, a holy war spreading across the universe like an unquenchable fire. A warrior religion that waves the Atreides banner in my father's name. Fanatical legions worshipping at the shrine of my father's skull. A war in my name.
I remember that one.
I've seen things that you people wouldn't believe. Attack ships on fire off the shoulder of Orion, and sea beams glistening in the darkness of the Tannhausen Gate. I mean, come on, we've got.
He's looking at you, kid. He's looking at you, kid.
We're gonna need a bigger boat.
And irritating, and it gets everywhere.
That's a classic.
I'd buy that for $1.
There's always
what's in the box? Oh, what's in the box?
What's in the box?
Wax on, wax off.
Yeah, absolutely.
Here's Johnny.
Yep, there you go.
Where do we go? I mean,
because you wish it.
This bloody Villeneuve, whatever his name is, he doesn't know what the frick he's talking about. Seriously. Never mind.
Yeah. Dialogue is so essential to making a really great story. It's how we communicate with each other. And yes, visually, you can communicate things, and great directors do communicate things visually in their films, and their films are better for it. But just to make, I'm sorry, you can't tell a story like this with just visuals. That's not going to happen.
Twinkie.
That is a big Twinkie.
Get to the chopper.
I'm afraid you're wrong about a great many.
Think you ran ahead for £5
Sorry. Just had to.
Swappers, this one's for you.
I am all the Jedi.
Who said that?
That's not right.
That's not right.
Give me Genesis.
Yeah,
so even from the '84 version of Dune, you get some great lines in that one. With he who controls the space controls the universe. Stuff like that. It's really important.
Denis, you're talking bollocks, mate.
You are.
Shall we move on?
Go for it.
Maybe it's because he couldn't. He understands English, right? Because he's French, right?
Yeah, so he's French Canadian, so I would assume.
Yeah,
so.
Yeah. Then there's no excuse, then, is there, for saying something like that? Hans Zimmer, that's another.
Oh yeah,
Hans Zimmer's another person that I don't like.
Hans Zimmer is already writing music for Dune.
Dune? Like I remember the music in the first one. He's so shit.
The music in part 2 is crazy good. I love the music in part 2.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought the music in this one was pretty good, to be fair.
I can't even remember it. Can you hum it?
Come out humming it though.
Yes, I'm saying.
Yes.
Can you hum it?
Yeah.
Down.
There you go. Denis Villeneuve comes in on the second day of shooting and wordlessly comes in and puts Dune Messiah on my desk, and I know where we're going, and I know we're not done.
I wish you were, mate.
I don't know about you guys. When in the theater that we were in, it was an IMAX. The volume was so incredibly loud, and the big booming bass from the soundtrack and from some of the voiceovers and stuff literally was shaking the projector. You could see the projector vibrating while you were watching.
We had a broken speaker in our theater,
no.
and that was really off-putting.
That'll ruin.
I was putting that down to Hans Zimmer being experimental.
Literally
slightly farty noises.
Literally all we got was.
I mean, he did throw bagpipes into the previous one, so I just thought he's gone too far this time.
Off-putting. not good. It was not a good cinema experience.
What is she saying to him there? You're not Peter Parker. Is that what she's saying to him?
Hey,
Okay.
Tiger, you've just hit the jackpot, is what she said.
Yeah.
Ah.
Smilex, I think I may go rewatch this next weekend.
Yeah, I said I'm going to watch it again.
Yeah.
I might give it
I think it requires.
might give it a couple of
watches.
months and let
Yeah.
all the hype die down and then watch it again.
Yeah,
You'll have to
think
watch it on
original-
TV because they don't last very long in cinemas, do they?
Yeah.
True enough, but it'll be available somewhere.
HBO Max in like a month, probably.
Probably.
HBO Max.
Surely they'll want
content.
well, surely if it's making money, they'll want to keep it at the theaters.
Well, it depends, doesn't it? It depends, really.
Yeah,
Depends
I
on
bet
Warner
after about
Brothers.
3 weeks. Yeah, about 3 weeks.
Ego, Pontypool. I believed the chemistry with them two, by the way. You did indeed, and so
Did
did
you?
I, my friend. Yes, so did I.
He's talking about Peter Parker and MJ, is he? Or is he talking about this film? Don't know.
Pontypool was paying with good money, so he knows. So.
All right, okay.
Absolutely.
Let's move on then.
100% right.
Sidestep again, sorry. Denis Villeneuve says that Dune 3 script is almost done.
Given that he doesn't like dialogue, he's probably about 4
Yeah.
or 5
10
pages
pages.
long.
Yeah.
They just fight and then they talk, then they move
They
around
go
a
to
bit in
this
the
place. They
desert.
go to this place. They kill a bunch of people. They
Fight
leave.
worms.
The end.
It's funny because if he's going to do Messiah and probably Children of Dune as well as part of Dune 3, since Messiah is actually fairly short, but it's full of all kinds of political intrigue and stuff. Like, you can't tell that visually.
Oh, nice.
If he's gonna have to have dialogue. There's gonna have to be scenes with people really getting engaged.
Star Wars prequels all over again, folks.
Well, unless he changes it to suit to make it into a movie like Spielberg did with Jaws. Do you know what I mean? At least he changed it to suit the movie going thing, if you know what I mean. So
I'd like Jaws to be musical.
yeah, that would be great. Yeah.
As long as there's a solo for the shark.
Imagine Quint singing his long speech. That'd be quite interesting.
Here's to swimming with bow-legged women.
Where,
You get Show Me the Way to Go Home at some point.
Absolutely, yeah.
Shark's eyes are like a doll's eye.
Like I'm Just Ken, but a parody with Shark.
You got city hands. You've been counting money all your life.
I think there's did I say there's a Hot Toys Quint coming out?
Yeah, there is. Yeah, and looks great, doesn't it? It looks exactly like him. It's craziness.
It was just the head, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
it was
So
just the head,
I
yeah.
said as the shark eating the rest of him. Thinking man's joke there, folks.
I've seen the they were trying to do the Orca as Lego. I did see that was coming out. I think next year. I think Lego are doing it for next year, which looked great. It's got the barrels and the plastic shark and everything. Fantastic.
We got some musical suggestions. Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the musical. Schindler's List, the musical.
Yeah.
That'd be horrible.
Jaws, the musical. Okay, let's move on then. It's a sidestep again. Sorry, folks. Okay. Denis Villeneuve confirms he has 4 movies in the works. So Dune, or is it Dune Messiah? Rendezvous with Rama, Cleopatra.
Coming
And
at you.
I like the sound of this. Secret Project.
It's probably Star Wars.
Secret project.
Oh no, I don't want him working on a Star Wars movie.
No, I don't want anyone working on a Star Wars movie. Not while it still belongs to Disney.
Cleopatra's with Zendaya. I do.
Oh, right. It's not about that band, the 3 girls, Cleopatra coming at you, that 90s band. No, it's not that one. Oh,
I am
lost
looking
interest
forward-
then.
No.
I am looking forward to Rendezvous with Rama. That's a great book.
What's that about?
It's
For
a
the
science fiction
thickies like
novel
me?
by Arthur C. Clarke. Essentially, there is a what is it? I think it's an asteroid coming into our solar system from outside the solar system. But as it gets closer, it's figured out that it's actually a huge alien starship. and it's basically just making its way through the solar system. And the book is told from the human explorer's perspective as they go out to intercept the ship and kind of figure out why it's here and what it does and everything like that. It's pretty fascinating.
Isn't that Star Trek the motion picture?
Yeah.
No. They really they get inside. They get inside the spaceship, and then it's all trying to discover exactly like what is this ship here for, what's going on. There's like an ecosystem inside of the ship, and they have to learn about it and everything. Is there
actually is the dialogue in the book?
There is, and I think there would have to be. I'll be honest though, I think if we're talking about somebody trying to make a film where there's not a lot of dialogue and they're trying to create something visually that's really impactful, I think you could do a pretty good job of Rendezvous with Rama.
Cool.
With very minimal dialogue.
Princess Fiona, Villeneuve Villeneuve's next trick to ruin Arthur C. Clarke.
I get from Fiona's tweets that she's just not liking this guy very much. Something tells me she's not happy with him.
Didn't we say on the Wednesday stream that this bloke would be good at doing? Is it 2063? Was 2063 the following story after 2010?
Oh right, yeah.
No, he won't. He'd just frick it up, wouldn't he? Just seriously, you got to connect to those people. That's why 2010 was so good. You connected with Roy Schneider. You connected with Bob Balaban.
Great movie.
That's why you think about Blade Runner 2060, whatever it was as well. I didn't connect with any of those.
2063.
Yeah. I just
49. Sorry.
I feel like there's a recurring theme going on with these films.
But I mean, with Blade Runner, I really felt sorry for the main villain. I felt sorry for him because all he wanted to do was live, and at the ending, he loved life so much that he couldn't kill Deckard, could he? Do you know what I mean? So, and that kind of things, that kind of writing is quite intelligent, I find. So, Denis, if he wants to be better at directing, he needs to connect us with the characters in his films. Although Sicario was a good film, and I connected with some of those characters. Yeah,
but that's probably down to the quality of the actors who were in it.
Prisoners was also great.
Yeah, mind you, there's good actors in this, so maybe it just didn't quite come together.
I think it's just how much control he's got in the writing process.
Yeah,
personally. I put it down to that. I mean, if I think Sicario, I think some of the other work he's done has been written by other people, and he's
maybe that's what the thing is. Then,
yeah, exactly. So
we've got super chat, folks. Black Lives or Black Knives for $2. More bogged than Smilex in Brune's was it nucleic
flaccid?
I don't know where it's going with that.
Is that an insult?
It sounds disgusting, whatever it was.
It does, yeah.
Okay. Shall we proceed then? Yes.
Proceed.
Oh, something else.
Deadpool. He's Deadpool and Wolverine, man.
Runtings is reportedly going through some reshoots in May ahead of its July release.
It's not working enough, man. It's not working enough. You know what I'm saying?
No. It's just every movie has reshoots.
Yeah, I'm thinking the same.
Not a big deal.
And also with how Ryan Reynolds is and how many people he can just pull to get into his movies, he's probably like, hey, let's go shoot for a day and make more jokes.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't see this as being anything nefarious. There's a couple of scenes that need some extra shots.
But Disney's in charge, man. Disney.
Listen, they let him have a pegging joke in the trailer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Quickly going back to previous story, Sicario was written by Tulsa King guy. That explains it then.
Yes.
I see.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything to really worry about at this point. Like Artie just said, it's a lot of films go through additional reshoots. Some really good classic movies have had reshoots right at the last minute as well. So
true.
I think it's probably not a problem unless we know more. It's difficult to make a decision as to whether that's bad.
Just going back to the right? It just goes to show, doesn't it? The woman that directed the first Wonder Woman film we thought that was a really good film. It's really enjoyable. And then when she was
given
just
full
left,
creative
full
control.
control,
Yeah,
she made the
Patty
second
Jenkins.
one, which was absolute shite.
It was appalling.
People
Patty
thought the
Jenkins.
people thought the first Wonder Woman was good.
I enjoyed
Yeah,
it.
it
I
was-
Are
enjoyed
you
it.
guys on crack? That movie's terrible. Oh my god.
I think it's fine until that third act and that big fight at the
I
end.
enjoyed it. I
No, it
enjoyed
had heart. I liked
was,
it.
Yeah,
yeah,
it did have
it was-
heart.
It had
Burn
heart.
the
A lot
entire
of
No,
it.
I mean,
movie
it
to
was.
ground.
It wasn't the greatest film ever made, but she looked good, and the bit where she comes out no man's land thing was pretty cool in my
Yeah.
opinion. You know, it wasn't the perfect film, but it was enjoyable.
Chris
Silly.
Pine had some charisma about
Yeah,
him,
it
and
has Chris
he
Pratt.
sort of managed to
Come
give
in,
them a
so
bit
yeah.
of chemistry, I think. So, you know,
What's
and
that
it
line
was
you
just-
keep saying for her, Brown?
Ooh.
What?
The line you keep saying for Gal Gadot.
The power of love or something? What does she say?
No,
Power of love and then
what is
instantly
it?
kills a man.
No, God, when she's just a Superman, you take the piss out of her acting.
Zack Snyder wrote Wonder Woman. Please tell me you're lying, Shane. Hold up.
You know what I'm talking about, Brown?
No,
Is it?
Diaz.
Well, you guys keep saying that line that she said in the last Justice League
Oh
film.
yes.
What's the
Go on,
line?
what line is
Kal-El,
it?
no.
That's it. That's the one.
Kal-El, no.
Gemma's just said it as well. Kal-El, no.
There you go, folks. Black Lives or Black Knives. War was shite.
It wasn't too
And yeah,
bad.
look, see, Jamalama, I enjoyed it.
Yeah, it wasn't
Yeah.
too bad.
Compared to the other DC stuff at the time, it
Exactly.
was the
Oh,
Mona
yes.
Lisa.
That's the thing. Yeah, it wasn't dour. It wasn't
there you
just,
go, look.
just
Kal-El,
depressing.
No,
Well, no,
Kal-El,
yeah.
no,
Kal-El, no.
no.
It's about to be the
Oh,
next
no,
5
I'm
minutes of
sorry.
the
You're
stream.
putting way too much emotion into
Yeah,
it. You
it's
got
more
to
like-
back
Kal-El,
that
no.
off by about
No.
200%. Kal-El,
Kal-El.
no.
Kal-El, no.
Are we going to go see this, Pete?
I might go and see it.
Yeah,
I'll
word
see
of
it.
mouth. If word of mouth is positive
Yeah.
on the week leading up, I will probably go see
It's
it.
definitely
Yeah.
going to be fun.
Yeah, I'm not.
Yeah.
I
I hope
am
so.
giving it the benefit of the doubt. I'm going to wait and
Mm.
see because
I just hope it's like fun schlop.
Yes, we've got this much of the same crew still making it. Yes, it's under Disney. Yes, it's under Kevin Feige. I get all of that. I do, and that's I would be cautious. I'm not going to be going into this thinking it's going to save the MCU. That's not going to happen. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this
TVA's
is
in
a
it.
Friday night popcorn movie, and
Yes.
don't go in expecting it to change your life. I mean,
Yeah.
the thing is, this year's looking pretty barren for
Oh,
good
yes.
movies anyway.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
this is a highlight. So I'll probably will go see it.
TVA.
£3
Yeah, but-
ticket for me only.
They could be taking the piss out of the TVA though.
I hope so.
The TVA is the biggest worry for me. I just
Yeah,
hope
they-
they're not involved. I hope they're like in the first act and then they disappear.
Yeah. Or they're treating them just as irreverently as they did so many other things that they put in there, right? They
Yeah.
could, if they're taking the piss out of it, then that's going to be really funny.
But Disney's in charge, man. Disney.
Rice and peas.
Rice and
Okay.
King.
Let's
No.
move on then. Let's move on.
Oh, hello.
Okay,
Right,
okay.
Right, right.
The person who typed this for whoever it was it
Actually said.
Zach Schaff? Who,
Shafts. Was he that character in Thundercats?
Ray Winston.
no idea.
Oh,
I don't.
actually
He,
said.
he should have read what he typed before he pressed
did he
send.
say?
Ray Winston says Marvel reshoots can be soul destroying. I actually said you ought to recast Black Widow because that was it for me. Right, okay. And you end up doing it again. You're contracted to do it. It's like being kicked in the balls.
It's like being kicked in the balls, mate.
kicked in the balls.
in the
Balls.
balls,
Leave it there, you
mate.
You slag.
1, 2, 3.
It's like being given $500,000 and then being kicked in the balls.
What was that line he says in the Indiana Jones film? You don't know him. You don't know him. There you go. What a moron.
I heard he. I actually heard he was told to tone down his performance,
Yeah, probably was. Yeah.
Hey,
and it was
stop
ridiculously
acting for
over the
us,
top, wasn't it?
please.
I'd love to have seen him going at full pelt.
I do like him though. I think he's a
There you go.
good actor.
Sword in the Storm, perfect.
You
Yes.
don't know me.
It's like being kicked in the balls.
Shit. It's shit. You slag. You
In the,
muppet.
in the balls.
Leave
in the
it,
balls.
leave it.
Leave it. Leave
Bet
it. Leave
1, 2,
it.
3. In-game play. Do we care? No, let's move on.
No, it's how we imagined it to be with Disney.
Yes.
God, from
Are we
one to
surprised?
bad. No.
Imran Vellani.
Villeneuve.
I can't read this. I can't read this. I'm just going cross-eyed. Let me go bigger. Says she has been assured that she will return in the MCU.
By
They,
who?
Miss Marvel, I don't know. They gave me breadcrumbs, and I tried to make a meal of it.
What, they didn't feed her? What's this all about?
They're giving her hints that there might be something on
What's
the
this all
horizon
about?
for her, but
it's gonna be
not
Young
anything
Avengers.
solid up by the sounds of it. But then
She's
again,
young,
this
stupid.
could all just be her agent talking for all we
That's
know.
right.
Yeah.
And she's stupid. She doesn't know anything.
Franco Walker, this space for rent.
Jeez.
She came across quite well in the trailers.
did.
I didn't watch the film, but she seemed to be the best thing about that Marvel's movie,
Mhm.
as far as I can see.
Yeah.
I'm
Hopefully
sure
she'll
she's
get
actually
other
quite
work.
a nice person.
Yeah, hopefully
Yes.
she'll get other work, away from Marvel and
Yeah,
Disney.
yeah.
Indeed, yeah. I really hope she does. She clearly, so far, she has not bought into any of the fan baiting
Yeah.
stuff that's been, really prevalent recently. She seems really
Professional.
graceful. She seems really professional, very kind. I want to see her get plenty of good roles.
Yeah, I hope
do.
so.
There was an interview with her, and of course, like the interviewers are trying to stir up
yeah.
drama, and the interviewer was like, "How do you feel about not Miss Marvel, the Marvels not making money?" And she's like, "That ain't my problem."
Yep.
And I was
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, she got paid. She got paid.
"Amen."
Here
If
you go,
she
folks.
does the acting, she leaves. That's her job.
Sword in the
That's
Storm.
her job. Yeah.
Is that Vex in cosplay?
Probably is. It probably is.
Yeah.
She
My
hasn't
mind
told
is.
you the truth. Yeah, she hasn't told you the truth. There you go.
Is that Vex in disguise?
It is.
Depends. We'd have to wait and see what she says. If she uses the C word liberally, then we'll
Yeah.
know for sure.
Oh yeah, if there's like a potty mouth there, it's definitely her then, yeah.
That
Okay.
is the worst costume design ever
It's
to put
pretty
on a
bad.
female
Yeah, it wasn't great, was it?
superheroine. Yeah, it's terrible.
So the first one or the second suit?
Doesn't matter, both of them.
Yeah.
It's just
I kind of
absolute
like
rubbish.
the first one. The second one is
Yeah, the
terrible. It's so
original that they
flat.
used in the TV show. Yeah.
Yeah.
Rubbish.
Was better.
When R2 said I hope she gets good rolls, straight away that popped into my head. Ham rolls, cheese rolls.
Bread roll.
And Princess Fiona said the same thing. She gets good rolls and she eats them.
What are you saying though? Just what are you saying
Oh,
about this
God.
girl? Brown.
That Fiona and I think alike.
About the girl?
Yeah, she likes a good cheese roll.
This is going over everyone's
cheese and
head.
pickle.
This is roll. Lovely.
There you go.
Is that a comment on body positivity, Brown?
Always.
Pork Wellington, as we call it.
I enjoy a good
One.
roll as well.
One.
Nothing wrong with a fine bacon butty. Yeah.
Bacon butty.
Okay. Should we move on then? She's good. Let's hope she gets some.
I hope she
Well,
gets
she
more work.
gets work.
Maybe
Yeah,
not
that's
from
like
an
Disney.
A24
I just hope she
film.
doesn't get work with Disney, but yeah, I hope she gets
Yeah.
work.
Yeah.
No work from Disney Man.
Rice and peas.
And Ting.
Thomas Hayden Church thinks that Sam Raimi and Tobey Maguire are going to make Spider-Man 4.
Actor thinks that he might have a role.
I
He was at
think I might
11.
have a shot.
Do you know what, right? The rumors are getting strong on this one. Just like
Really?
like the Force, yeah. So I wouldn't be surprised if they did make one with Toby and
Well, we've said that. I think they
because
I think
20th Century Fox are desperate for after Madam Web.
This
They're
is
desperate
Sony,
for a
though.
hit, aren't they? Yeah.
this will be Sony.
Sony. I mean, everybody knows that even though they're bringing out Spider-Verse with Miles Morales, everybody knows that Spider-Man is Peter Parker, and there's no substitute.
I'm not touching that one.
So there you go. So if they do make this film, this is going to break the bank.
Yep.
It really is, because people want to see this.
Yeah, where's Z when you need him? This is a billion straight off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Miles Morales is a Spider-Man, but he is not the Spider-Man.
not the
That's
Spider-Man.
Peter Parker and always will be.
You're
Yeah.
just based, though, aren't you?
It happens.
I thought you were going to call him racist. No.
I can say it's because I'm a man of color. So
and I can say it because that's what I actually believe. Okay,
Excellent.
Peter Parker is Spider-Man.
But Ian, you're a white supremacist.
Yeah, well, you know, they tried to do some of that stuff with the games with Spider-Man 2. Of course, we know now Sweet Baby was part of that. The Sweet Baby Inc. helping mess that story up pretty terribly and trying to make Miles Morales replace Peter Parker. But you know what? I won't buy the third game if it's just going to be Miles Morales.
Dude, the game is so like they can't make Miles Morales do anything other than becoming Spider-Man. They have no other like stories for him. In the first, not in the first one, but actually the Miles Morales game, that was his journey. And I'd say the Miles Morales game is like okay.
It is.
And like in the second Spider-Man game, they just make him do it again.
They do.
That's the whole
they do.
And they had like 70 years of material to look through and gaining some inspiration from, right?
Here you go, folks. Simon Mills. Morales is Mills Morales. Did you see what I did there?
And you see, here's the thing. I don't think there's a problem with Miles Morales being Miles Morales, who is a hero, who is heroic, who is someone you can look up to, who is someone who makes all the right choices and is the right person for the right. There's nothing wrong with Miles Morales being a hero himself.
Yeah, why are we talking about him for? We should be talking about.
He is not Spider-Man. He is not Spider-Man. They're trying to
talk about
replace
Nicholas
him.
Hammond playing Spider-Man. That's what I'm thinking about.
Excellent.
Come on, Nick Hammond. Come back.
Gwen Stacy, Spider-Gwen.
Spider
I don't know
Morales.
about this. I don't know about this movie though. I really don't. Tobey Maguire, man. I remember he quit because he jacked his back up so severely. I don't.
I think he's a bit too old.
I don't know how he would. make that happen.
I think he'll get fighting fit for this one more time. I think he'll. Is it a right age now? He could just about manage it.
I don't know. After No Way Home, he was still looking pretty old in that. I don't know if he can do it again. He'd have to have a stunt guy. The entire time.
Well, what if it's obviously the story is a older Spider-Man?
You 100% you could do that. I think that could.
Well, they could do the story of Spider-Man 2, the video game, and he could be old and miserable and weak and just say, just let me die, and let someone.
Then Ray turns up
Spider-Man
do the current. Isn't there the Ultimate Spider Run that's going on right now, or just finished? Where it's old Spider-Man and it's actually good. Comic run. I heard it's actually good compared to the other run, the web one. I don't remember the guy that wrote
Tim's
the
talk. Toby Dog has this in the bag, yo. Agreed.
I wouldn't mind seeing it. I wouldn't. Just seems
it
like
feels like it's
interesting
like
rumor.
10 years in the future until this is actually going to be made.
Okay. Should we move on then? Yeah. Lots of Spider-Man stuff this week. James Gunn explains why he changed Superman Legacy to Superman. It felt like the right name, and when I brought it up with everyone, they agreed. And there really hasn't been a movie titled Superman since the 1979 movie, which 78.
78.
Why doesn't James Gunn know that?
Was solely promoted as Superman the movie.
Yeah, I mean, okay, fair enough. It hasn't been used as a title since 78, not 79, James. Fine, I guess. There's more than one generation that's gone without having a Superman movie called Superman at the cinema. So I don't have a problem with it. I just want the film to be good.
Iceman's loving this.
I hope it's about Superman, right? It is about Superman, this film.
It won't be, will it? It'll be about Lois Lane and maybe Superman will turn up.
No.
How do you guys feel on the logo?
I hate the logo.
I love the logo.
What logo?
The Superman
logo.
The new shield. The new little shield on his chest.
Yeah.
Oh no, I don't like that. I want the original S back on his.
It's
I love
very
it.
clearly from the Kingdom Come
Yeah.
Superman, so I don't know how they're going to tie that in or if it ties in at all.
Is that dandruff or is that snow?
Yeah, that's the
Snow.
thing. They're making him more relatable.
Yeah, super
Superman from Jamaica, man.
Yeah, I'm quite surprised they haven't got a black Superman yet.
They've got a
Feel much
marketing deal
surprised.
with a dandruff shampoo.
Yeah.
Head
I
and
feel like I had
shoulders.
this conversation with Atom at the weekend about making Superman more relatable by having him being balding and just having a midlife crisis, perhaps. And the dandruff would be fine. Yeah, I'm all for it.
No, apparently it's the Bolivian marching powder.
Does he need that though?
What, Bolivian
somebody
marching
pretty
powder?
speedy.
Well, I hope this film is good, but I doubt it's going to be politics and stuff. So we'll see.
Yeah. I might be holding out hope for Wolverine and Deadpool, whatever, but not this one.
Yeah, I'm not getting a good vibe from this, from pre-production stuff. I mean, I've seen the guy that they've cast in an interview, and he seems like he's exactly the kind of person you want playing Superman. He has that sort of Midwest kind of thing going on, that all shucks kind of stuff going on. So that he could be all right, but it's you just know how the story, the writing room is going to be. So,
Andrew, you're looking forward to this one?
Yeah, it's going to be better than Man of Steel, so it's not going to be an L.
It's not going to be hard.
So
not going to be hard. Yeah.
Yeah. That's all I want. I don't really. Superman's not like my favorite comic book character.
Yeah.
So as long as it's better than anything Zack Snyder has ever done, then it's a W in my book.
Okay, let's move on then. Just quickly, this is
Now
the
we're
story.
talking.
This is the story that refuses to go away, isn't it? Eric Bowser says he went to almost all the test screenings of Coyote v Acme and people loved it.
It's no guarantee it's going to be a hit, though.
It's not going to get released.
Yeah, that's disappointing. I do like a bit of Wile E. Coyote.
He spoke once, didn't he, or a couple of times?
I think he has. Yeah,
Yeah, he's got like
spoken a couple of times.
Upper class accent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, he's got a very good agent. He got a lot of work for quite a long time.
He did, yeah.
Here you go, folks. Joe Darkness. Writing room, pink hair and nose rings.
Right.
Yes,
We should
probably.
release the what cut would it
Release
be?
Wiley. Release Wiley.
Release the Acme cut. I don't know.
Yeah. The thing is, though, I can see why they pulled it, because do kids know who Wile E. Coyote is now? I don't know.
Yeah, well, adults do.
Yeah, we do. But will we be enough to make that film a hit?
Yeah, but
Well, we're the ones with the money.
Yeah, we're the
So
ones with the money.
Gen Z
we
does.
take the kids.
Yeah, I don't know.
We
I mean,
still
I
don't know
know who Wiley the Coyote is.
Yeah.
So I'd
Release
say
the Coyote cut. Yeah.
any
Yeah.
like 20 to 23-year-olds probably know who this guy is.
Yeah. We still don't know what the final fate of this film is yet. We do know initially they were going to cancel it. There was an outcry about that, so they tried to sell that out to some various different distributors. They were asking for like 75, 80 mil, and nobody met their price, and they rejected all of the different bids that came back for
It's
it.
so
And
strange.
then when there was an earnings call near the end of February, and they announced a 115 million tax write-down, but they did not confirm that this was part of it. So we don't know.
Adam Jones. Hello, Adam. You're right, Ian. My kids are teenagers and they have no idea who he is. But perhaps should educate them.
Yes, you need to get them.
Yeah,
you need
my
to
kids
rectify
know
that.
who
Me,
he
me,
is.
me, me.
Yeah.
It is it just those kind of cartoons just remind me of Saturday mornings, because they were always
Yeah.
on Saturday mornings, and they were really
Program-
violent as well.
Program
So-
change.
Yeah, it's crazy,
Yeah.
right? That you can't even get away with the comedy they had in
Thomas.
those cartoons, and those cartoons were brilliantly drawn, brilliantly conceived,
Yeah,
great
very,
gags,
very
you know?
creative.
Yeah, I don't
And,
understand why.
Mel
Funny.
Blanc is an amazing human being.
He is, yeah. He is.
Fred Quimby. I was like,
Yeah,
Tom,
Fred
That was Tom
Quimby.
and Jerry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
all great.
Mm.
Okay, let's move on.
Oh, God. Move along,
There
move
is a
along, move
tempest in
along.
me.
Woo!
Yes, no, do we care?
Yeah.
We don't
Listen.
care.
Content, baby. More Platoon videos.
Listen.
Oh, I do love the videos of Platoon.
Platoon
Talking
will have
about
turned
this.
40 by the time this is out.
When Bad Thing come out, we people, us people of the cinephile world, we make it better content by shitting on it.
Yeah, Disparu's probably already preparing himself for this one, isn't
Oh,
he?
dude, he's coming in his jorts. He's so excited. He's like, oh my god,
Yeah.
I can rip it apart.
So they were contracted for 5. Is
Yeah,
that right? Contractually,
right,
they
yeah.
have to make 5 seasons.
They're going to get made as well, yeah.
Yeah, like
But they can. There's probably some wiggle room for the how long a series is for each one of these
I'm
things.
sure
isn't
there is. Yeah,
I'm sure they could probably release like a 2-parter or something and call it a series.
I hope, honestly, I hope they keep going with this show, and I
They
hope
will. It'll all get made, don't worry.
And not only that, I want them to remake Lord of the Rings so that people keep walk with me here, so that people can
I'm going.
saying that it's like connected to the Peter Jackson movies,
right?
So that they can just stand on its own and it's a little cesspool.
Lofty would be very upset.
Oh, true.
If you
It's
like his own continuity, but it's still a prequel.
There was an interview with her. Do you see the Twitter clip?
I have a vague feeling I might have done, but
she hadn't.
Oh, she kind of said nothing, didn't she?
Yeah, I hadn't a clue what was going on.
She kind of sort of suggested that things were going to happen and there were going to be characters.
Just going blah 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 blah. I haven't a fucking clue. Blah blah blah.
Do you remember those people they got to endorse this before it actually came out?
Jeff Bezos' son.
Oh,
it's just awful.
Yeah,
the paid shills.
Oh yeah, all those shill videos it still are extremely laughable.
Oh my god, the mother.
Is it the one ring.net, wasn't it?
Yeah, diversity.
With the guy pissing against the wall in the background on one of them.
What?
That is true. That is a thing that happened.
What? That's a thing?
Yeah,
I need proof. I am not believing this. I need.
It's true.
You're on the internet. You can go find it.
True. It's true.
What would I even search? Man pissing.
Yes.
Wasn't it like when they were being led in? They were being led into the studio or something, weren't there? And there's a guy on the far right on the right in the shadows. You can just see him like. He thought he wasn't
in the shadows. Oh my god!
No,
he didn't think anyone could see him. He was just standing there, like looking up, standing against the wall, thinking the camera couldn't. He was just out of frame, but no, we saw him.
Yeah, he's pissing against the wall. Piss funny, literally. Moving on. Okay, nobody's looking forward to it. Go away.
No.
Okay, so a few more of these popped up on the feed. So Harrison Ford, Green Lantern.
That looks all right, but he would never take a role like that.
No, he never. No, he would never. No.
He would now. He would at 78. He probably would give it a go.
As the Red Hulk, yeah.
If you needed a new aircraft, I'd pay a fine for landing on somebody's
golf course. Yeah. No, he would have never taken a role like that, but it would have been fantastic to see him in something like this.
Ironically, Hal Jordan is a pilot as well.
Okay.
He crashes a lot less, though.
Yeah.
I think everyone does.
Probably does a lot less weed, though, doesn't he?
Watching Rings of Power would be like watching Rimmer's holiday slides from the engine room as Lister. That could really finish me off. Red Dwarf fans will get that. Yeah, we get it.
I get it.
Okay, so that's Harrison Ford as Green Lantern. Carrie Fisher,
Batgirl. I could see that. I could see that. I could see it.
Yeah,
those costumes are better than. Well, obviously it's AI, but those costumes are better than the new Batgirl costume that got cancelled.
Sydney Sweeney just popped in my head then.
Eh?
Sydney Sweeney.
Yeah.
Why?
I'll give you two reasons.
No, Carrie's got a much more modest chest, I think. Much more appropriately modest.
That's a really good AI thing, isn't it? Picture.
It is very good.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. That I would watch that.
So I would watch it as well.
Chatter coming in.
That had been made around about 1980. I would have been right there.
What, one?
I'll be there now.
Yes.
One.
Definitely one. Yeah.
I think we all know what she's keeping in that utility belt, though.
Yeah.
Marching powder. Yes. Okay. Shall we move on?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I saw this. Yeah, I saw this on that stream, the drinker stream. I saw it.
This just reminds me of
Glasgow.
Banksy's Dismal Land from a few years ago, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And the failed Noel Edmonds Park that was left in disarray for
Blobbyland.
Blobbyland. Yeah.
Good Lord, that was a thing.
Yes, it was. You can find the images on
Blobbyland was
fantastic.
Wow.
Crinkly Bottom, I believe it was.
No way.
But yeah, there are photos of that terrifying place too.
Was this £35 to get in?
Really? Where was that money being spent? It certainly wasn't on the backdrops, was it?
They were
one jelly bean that you were given.
Yes, they were rationing out the jelly beans. I think
there was a lot of people turned up though.
Is that Kippers on the right?
Yes.
I think you'd be very disappointed with the confectionery.
What? Hang on a minute. I saw the original Willy Wonka movie. Who the hell is that?
That's clearly
the unknown.
Clearly Emperor Kipling, isn't it?
Yeah, the unknown was
Dr. Doom.
Revealed today. She's a 20-year-old student.
Looks older than 20.
Yeah, obviously a PO person of color as well.
I don't remember this being in the Roald Dahl books.
So diverse.
Yeah, the lady who's playing the Oompa Loompa in the
Poor
meth
girl.
lab.
Poor
there, that's this picture is so unflattering. There's a bunch of, if you look online, you'll find a bunch of other pictures. She was clearly trying to make this decent for the kids. Like, the poor woman was just like in the middle of this hell. And these kids are crying and sad.
There was some quote about them not having breaks, and they were like there for 12 hours, just losing their minds.
That was the guy who played Willy Wonka. Said he didn't get any breaks, and he was just losing his mind after a while. Oh, so terrible.
There are videos online. Sorry, Farron.
Yes.
Sorry, I haven't got time, but there are videos. And this, was it the Telegraph, Daily Telegraph, or was it the Independent? One of the newspapers in the UK did all the videos. Piss funny for all the wrong reasons.
It's awful.
It's like one of Mr. Brown's acid flashbacks.
Well, it's not that good, but anyway, okay. Honestly, folks, check out the videos. They're amazing. Okay.
This is like something Brian Potter from Phoenix Nights would have done, isn't it?
Yeah.
Sid the Snake? It was a giant penis, wasn't it?
Sammy the Snake.
Sammy the Snake.
Oh dear.
I will say also for our American friends.
Yeah, Phoenix Nights.
Phoenix Nights.
Yeah, just YouTube it.
Phoenix Nights, folks. It's incredible.
Yeah, it's very British, though, isn't it? I mean,
they'll get it. They'll get it.
The Americans won't get it. They won't get it. They won't get it. They won't.
They'll get it. They will.
I don't think they will.
Yeah, they will. The gigs are.
I'll just laugh at the
gags are visual, so they will get it.
Yeah, a lot of jokes are visual, but there's a lot of other jokes as well. That's very English.
I'll just type.
So you're telling me I can mute it and watch it without dialogue?
I've
seen YouTube clips of Americans reacting to it, so some of them definitely have watched it and enjoyed it. So
here you go, folks. I've typed it so at least we can remember. Phoenix Nights.
Yeah, get an episode of that watched.
Yeah, British comedy from about 2002, 3.
Yeah, it's very good.
Yeah,
very very.
Does
So
he play?
funny.
He plays two parts in it, doesn't he?
Yes.
Can't remember his name now.
One's a bouncer.
He played about 3 in it, I think, as I remember.
Yeah,
probably.
Oh, maybe yeah.
Yeah. Okay, let's move on then.
What's up with that guy?
In a new lawsuit, Amazon has been accused of using AI during the strikes to replicate actors' voices for Shithouse in order to have the film ready before the copyright expired. Ooh.
Yeah, I've been doing a lot of soundboard work for Kippers when he's not here. I just step in for him. I don't get paid for it.
Isn't he the one that shouted at Rebecca? What's her face?
Yeah, I think he might be. Yeah,
Yeah.
That's the rumor.
Yeah.
How
Rebecca Ferguson.
How dare you?
How dare you?
How dare you? How dare you? Are we looking forward to this?
No.
No.
Nope.
No, not at all.
Andrew, are you looking forward to it?
Couldn't care less.
Oh, I don't know. I probably won't watch it.
Vex will be looking forward to it.
Yeah, she will. Yeah.
I don't know.
Looking at that.
I'm
Yeah, there'll
pretty
be a lot
sure
of women.
she's not looking forward to it. I mean, she'll
No,
probably...
she said.
Yeah.
She said last time she was on, she was looking
Gushing.
forward to it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
gushing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Well,
Nobody
well,
cares.
Another lazy
Okay.
Hollywood
BritBox.
Okay, a little bit of Brit news. BBC Studios buys ITV stake in BritBox, which is a streaming service, international for $322 million.
BritBox? That's
Okay.
an interesting name.
So when they say that
Yeah.
BBC bought it, what they mean is that the taxpayers have bought it, right?
Yeah.
Mm.
I wonder what that's going to mean for the content that's actually going to be on there, though.
Hold on. Did they ask permission? Did they not ask us if we wanted to use our money to buy this crap?
Y'all vote?
Yeah. No. No, I wish we
I was
did.
gonna say.
TV license money. We have to pay TV license to own a TV.
Really?
Pay for this.
No.
Yeah.
You
No,
don't.
it's not. It's not to own a
Oh my.
TV. It's to watch BBC content.
BBC, yeah.
Yeah.
Live television.
It's a government sanctioned.
It's effectively an extra
It's a
tax.
tax,
from the government,
yes.
That's crazy.
No.
Okay.
They call it a license fee, so everyone thinks it's like a car license. It's illegal to have a TV without it. That's wrong completely.
Yeah.
That's why they call it a license.
I haven't
Police
paid it for
break
about
into your house.
5 years, so
Good for you.
They're coming for you.
The
nah.
police are gonna come in.
Not if you don't watch
come along.
BBC.
haven't paid for your
Yeah,
TV. Get on the ground.
That's
You
true.
don't have a
This
license.
is Britain.
Come around and cut my plugs off.
They will. They will.
And break your kneecaps and then leave.
Auntie will come round and break your kneecap.
That's so crazy. Oh, you guys are taxed for everything.
Yeah,
Yep.
we are.
Yeah. We even get when we die, we even get taxed.
What? Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
but
so
at least when
glad
we
I'm
buy
America.
stuff in the shops, we don't get taxed on the spot. In America, they get taxed
Mm.
We
on the
do.
spot. don't they?
VAT. What's VAT?
Yeah, but no, we don't pay it on the spot though. Like in America, when you buy something, they go, "That's $4.99 plus VAT," which means it costs £1,000.
No,
or
but
$1,000.
Yeah, but they don't advertise because tax changes in different states in the states.
Yeah. Taxes here are added after purchase or at the time
see.
of purchase. They're not added into the cost like a
I
VAT.
see.
So yeah, when you go
see.
in and
Because it varies from state to state.
oh,
whereas here
it varies
it's,
from
yeah.
it varies from mile to mile depending on where you are.
Really?
If you're in a state where you've got a bunch of different counties and cities within those counties, they can all levy taxes based on what it is that they're doing in their area. So literally, I can buy groceries 10 minutes one direction, 10 minutes a different direction, and I'll pay different taxes on those groceries based on where they are. Yeah.
oh well, never mind.
You just get used to it. It's
Yeah.
part of life.
Tax.
Here you go. Mr. H reviews. First look at Tron Ares, starring Jared Leto and directed by Joaquin.
Joaquin Phoenix.
I can't see that. Guys, help me out. I'm blind.
It's a O, but it's crossed out, so it doesn't exist. It's written.
I'm guessing running.
Sounds kind of Norwegian.
It does.
This film has languished in development hell for some time. Jared Leto will play a character known as Ares. Huh? Is that why it's called Ares? And it will be set primarily in the real world from rumors and reports. Okay.
See, I liked the second one for the soundtrack more than anything else. It looked nice. It was stylish, and it had a fantastic soundtrack. But I've got to say, I'm not really hearing anything about this that makes me sound excited. Jared Leto, really? He's a bit Marmite for me.
Yes, indeed.
He's a little bit Marmite.
He's not for me. I like Marmite.
Yeah, okay.
You either love it or hate it.
On
Wah,
toast,
wah,
it's lovely.
Oh,
Hot
It's Disney,
toast,
isn't it?
lovely. Yep,
Yeah.
it's Disney, man.
smacks of desperation, Mom.
Desperation down to earth, man.
I didn't like Tron Legacy, so I really couldn't
No,
care less.
I didn't
about
like
another
Tron.
one.
I didn't like Tron Legacy. So there you go.
It hasn't aged well. I mean, the effects were sort of. I mean, I wouldn't even go as far as to say they were cutting edge when it came out. You know, the young version of Jeff Bridges. Yeah, but yeah, in the course of 12 years, it's not aged well. Those look pretty bad now.
Here you go, folks. Edge of Time. Hello, my friend. Good thing Leto is so consistent.
He is. That is a term I would use.
Atom Gray. He is totally cursed.
Atom should haunt him.
How do you have a movie called Tron that's going to be set
Without
primarily in the real world?
Somebody just mentioned the word AI. I mean, I guess
Uh-oh.
that could be a thing that pops up.
Recycle bikes.
Yes, absolutely.
Is it going to be a fish out of water story? We get a program that gets to come out and live in the
please
real
no.
world.
Oh no.
I'm
Yeah,
tired of it.
mannequin.
We get it. You haven't been here before. Oh my god. Just shoot him in the head.
Isn't Tron dead? Yes.
Well, David Warner's dead. Oh no, Bruce Boxleitner is still with us.
Yep.
Yeah, he's older.
He's still around.
Yeah. Okay, let's move on then.
I want him in the game until he dies playing. Acknowledge.
I did not know this. Tulsa King rehires Terence Winter for season 2 after his exit amid creative tension.
I wonder who he had tension with.
Sylvester Stallone, no doubt.
Really, you think?
Yeah.
Is this
Sylvester,
the guy?
he had a lot of them saying this, Sylvester Stallone.
Is Terence Winter the guy who wrote Sicario then? Is that the guy or is it somebody else?
Maybe.
Well, Stallone had a lot of Stallone had a lot of say in Judge Dredd as well, didn't he? So we know.
Yes,
how
he
that
did.
turned out.
Yeah. He
So
did.
it looks like Winter was having some creative issues with the executive producer Taylor Sheridan.
That's what I
so
was
they were
thinking.
having
I was
issues.
thinking it might not be him. Yeah.
Yeah,
He did definitely have problems with
Taylor
Danny Cannon on Judge Dredd,
Cheers.
but
Cheers,
He did. Yeah, he did. He did. Big time.
we
Yeah.
liked season 1, didn't we?
I enjoyed the first series
Loved
of
it.
this. I thought it was
Loved
pretty
I
it.
loved it, yeah.
Loved it. Very, very, very good.
Andrew, did you watch Tulsa King season 1?
No, I haven't seen it yet.
Get it watched.
I've seen some clips of it, but I haven't fully
It's
watched
really
it yet.
good. It's really good.
All right, I'll put that on my list.
Yep. Don't have Paramount to watch this on at the moment. So.
Ooh-ah, as it were. They really do need to get this made because please just get it made because it's been over a year now. 18 months practically since season finished.
Yeah.
Seems to me the gaps get longer and longer between seasons. I know there's been a writing strike.
Yeah, and COVID won't have helped either, will it?
No.
So, yeah.
Arch Collin, never seen Tulsa King, no idea what it's even about.
It's kind of like a GTA story in a lot of ways. If you play Grand Theft Auto, it's kind of the guy turns up in a small town and starts his empire.
Yeah, that's more or less what it's about.
Beats people up a bit.
Here you go, folks. Princess Fiona. Everyone in my extended family loved this. It had massive universal appeal because those Fookers don't agree on anything. There you go, folks. There's a recommendation.
I love when he was talking about the people of today and how crazy they were in the car. Do you remember that scene? He was talking about the woke generation.
Yeah.
It's quite funny.
I think his daughter was in this as well.
His daughters are gorgeous.
Yeah, one of his daughters was in it, yeah.
Because he's got that He's got that TV show in it with him and his family, and
He has, yes.
reality show. Yeah.
Okay. Tulsa King, folks, check it out. It's really good.
Oh, that picture.
10 years.
Oh God.
Oh, look at Kevin Spacey there.
Oh, look at that. Is that
Not problematic.
amazing?
Mm.
Can we
Yeah.
name them?
I'm
It's
so
okay.
glad this era of the internet is over.
I can't name the one on the extreme left though, because he's just got a bit of a face, or it might be a he. Don't know who that is.
It's a mister. I don't know who it is, though.
Can't remember.
Here you go. Dr. Iceman.
It's probably,
Indeed.
you think it's Russell Brand over there on the left?
Oh, yeah.
Could be.
Yes.
Could be. That means you've got Russell Brand and Kevin Spacey in the same shot.
Yeah, he's
Fantastic.
been cancelled.
You got
Russell
two people who
Brand probably
called,
got his hand on what's her name's arse, isn't he? Or
you've got at least two people there that called
Hey.
Weinstein a god. So that's
yes,
great.
that's true.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
But
But actually, Ellen's been cancelled as well, hasn't she?
Amen. Thank
Yeah.
God.
And
Okay.
yeah,
awful.
deservedly so.
Yeah, she's been summoned back to the demon realm, I think. That's more likely.
I'll just say Kevin Spacey never found guilty on
Nope.
That is
any
true.
charge.
He's
Just
made a
for-
film recently.
Just for being fair, folks.
Yeah, but
That is
he's
true.
made a film recently, isn't he? So
Mhm.
I hope that does something for him, because he's a great actor. He's a
He's
no
a very
matter
good
what
actor.
you say, he's a really good actor. Yeah.
I will say normally I don't have a real opinion about anybody in Hollywood, but
It's nice to see Grace Jones, though, isn't
yeah, yeah.
she
I
looks
did wonder
good
that.
for in her 60s. Ellen DeGeneres, I detest that
Yeah.
person.
This
Yeah.
entire picture is just
Absolutely
a
detest.
Well,
I
it's
find it
the,
quite
it's
This-
the
this-
double
this picture-
standards that do you in, isn't it?
The
It's
hypocrisy of it all.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the hypocrisy.
A bully at work, apparently.
Oh, yeah.
A nasty
She's
bully.
Such a leech.
A monster.
You know, Bradley Cooper was on that that show where they interview Hollywood famous people in the school. Can't remember the big school in America. What's it called? Oh God, that guy with the glasses
Harvard.
and the moustache. And he interviews very famous actors. And Bradley Cooper was one of the students in the crowd. And he was talking. He threw a question to Robert De Niro, and then years later, he's in a film with Robert De Niro. So isn't that crazy? Absolutely crazy.
Yeah.
There you go, folks.
That's 10 years ago. I mean,
Christ.
if the same bunch of Oscar winners this year did that, do you think we'd be 10 years later knowing who any of them are? I think it'd be trickier to work out the names of at least half of them.
Who's the person next to Julia Roberts on the left?
That is that not Magic Mike? Is that not him?
Anybody guess?
What's his face?
Thingamajig.
You know,
Oh, here you go.
the G.I. Joe guy.
Oh,
Yes, Channing Tatum. Yes, I was thinking Magic
Dr.
Mike.
Iceman's fantastic.
Yeah,
God, this
Magic
guy's
Mike.
on fire.
I think it's him.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Fuck off. Okay, let's move on. That
In the
was
bin.
that was the candidate for in the bin.
Wow. I've made it through another episode without being in the bin. This is fantastic.
Yeah, that was the candidate for in the bin, but then I completely forgot that I'd taken the still for this article, and Ian mentioned this story yesterday.
Which one?
Shall we reveal what's in the bin? Hashtag get in the bin, folks.
Yay.
What's in the box?
Hey, I looked it up. We know who the half-face guy is.
Oh,
Who it
It's
is?
Jared Leto.
Oh,
yay.
let's just go back then.
to Jared Leto.
That's
Oh, it is.
Jared.
Right, okay.
Christ.
Now that you pointed out,
Yes, okay. I can see that.
That's amazing. So,
And that is Channing Tatum back
Yeah.
there too.
I need an axe to death, just like in American Psycho.
Christ. Okay. So, hashtag get in the bin.
In the bin.
Okay, so Ian, you can explain this story.
I didn't even know. What is this story?
Oh God. All right. Okay.
Oh, okay, right. So this is a TV show. It's called Curfew, and basically it's about men are not allowed out of their homes at 7:00. They have to stay at home at 7:00, and
7:00?
yes,
PM,
7:00
yes,
onwards
in the
till the
evening,
next morning.
Dude,
So
the night's just
all
getting
men,
started.
all men, yeah, all men. This is the world that's created. That's in this show, and apparently a woman gets murdered, and and I think it's these three have to investigate who murdered
The plot twist
murdered
is
her.
actually just a woman.
Yeah. So there you go. But I do like
Fantastic.
Mandy. She looks really gorgeous there, doesn't she?
Yeah.
Mandy Gip.
Well, I'm all for it. I mean, they can do the night shift,
go.
can't they? You know.
Yeah, I'd give her one definitely.
So-
She looks gorgeous there.
What would happen if it was a story about women locked up
Yeah, I know,
at night and
Oh,
men
yeah.
could...
Please.
Definitely.
Yeah. Well, that's the whole, I guess the whole story is that the men are locked up at night and then there's a murder, but it couldn't possibly have been done by a woman. It had to have been done by a man.
Nobody to
So
blame.
there's
Couldn't be
a
them.
mystery as to how a man would have gotten out to commit this murder.
Does this include women that identify as men or men that identify as women?
Yeah. I'm sure they're gonna
That's a
answer
good
that
point.
question.
That's a good point.
There are quite a lot of violent crimes that are being committed by women in the last 5 years, which I've never seen before.
Hang on a minute. This isn't very progressive, is it? Where men live under strictly nightly curfew in today's society.
Easy.
What is a woman for a start, right?
Exactly.
Easy.
Secondly,
Hey, you're asking too many real questions here.
yeah, you know, men can identify as anything, women can identify as anything. How do they figure out who's who, or don't they address all that? Are they ignoring those people? Because that'd be terrible, wouldn't it?
Don't
to do
know.
Just gonna see a whole bunch of ladies at the pub with some really bad wigs.
I think there'll be a lot of scissoring going on.
Fucking scissoring.
And I think Pornhub will have a lot of subscriptions.
Just reeks of hypocrisy and double standards.
Yeah,
It's
this looks
ridiculous.
like peak wokeism. I might watch it just for the fun. I'll give this one episode without a doubt.
Yeah, British TV program as well. Can't believe it.
Yep,
So
the
it's
second-
spreading over here. Yeah.
Yeah, the
least
second
it wouldn't look
season. Second season will be that all it's all white people have to be in their homes after 7 p.m.
Oh God, that'd be terrible. Don't go on holiday and get a tan. Whatever you do.
So if you're a white male, you're fooked. Okay, so get in the bin. Deservedly get in the bin. Okay. And finally, I've completely forgot what's finally.
Oh,
This popped in today. Mark Dodson has sadly passed away at the age of 64. The actor voiced Mogwai in Gremlins and Salacious Crumb in Return of the Jedi.
Oh, quite a fan of Salacious Crumb. In fact, I do quite a good impression of him, but I'm not doing it now because it's very quiet in my street right now, and I can only do it at full volume.
Shame.
So, but
Somebody might get
that's
the
a
wrong
shame.
idea.
Who doesn't love Salacious Crumb? He's probably the best character in Return of the Jedi, apart from maybe Kipling.
That's great.
Rest in peace.
What did he die of?
His heart stopped. Wait.
Yes, he had a heart
Like an
attack.
oxygen.
That usually does it.
Oh.
So it was suddenly then. Oh, dear.
Yeah, he had a heart
He
attack.
blew up on that
in his
barge,
sleep.
didn't he? That's the thing.
Oh, well, yeah.
64's a nothing age.
No, not really. No.
These
Not
days.
nowadays. No,
These
not
days.
nowadays. Right. Well, at least he's not going to be around to see the Acolyte.
Oh, God.
Oh, he was in The Force Awakens, though.
He's been saved.
Yep.
Ah.
He was a scavenger on the desert planet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Did he look cool?
No idea.
Did he steal things like Ray?
There were lots of those creatures in Mandalorian as well.
Yeah, I think he did the voice of the one. There's one that Ray takes BB-8 from.
Yeah.
I think that's the character that he voiced.
I only saw Gremlins again for like the third time in my life at Christmas.
Oh, it's a great movie.
And great time to watch it as well. But
yeah, perfect time to watch it at Christmas. Nice and cheery.
Movie.
Yeah. But it's hilarious. The film's such great fun. I know it's scary,
very dark.
Superb fun. And it's not, it's like it's a nice breath of fresh air from all the schmaltzy stuff. And you got something a little bit more kind of daring and a little darker than your usual Christmas fare. And not only did I absolutely adore watching the whole thing from beginning to end, and it hasn't lost any of its appeal whatsoever, but some of the things that I found were kind of maybe a bit solemn and sad originally were absolutely hilarious in this one, like Phoebe Cates's confession about how her father died.
Yeah, it's a terrible story that she reveals.
It was so good. It was so good. But yeah, this guy obviously made Gizmo with the voice acting, and he did such an amazing job. Really did, and as well as Salacious Crumb and the other Kowakian monkey lizards from Mandalorian.
Gremlins is a Christmas movie. Die Hard isn't.
Probably.
Okay.
We have to accept it because he pays. He often pays the stream.
Real money, so he's right. Yeah. Okay.
Well done from people. You're
rest in
right.
peace, then, Mark Dodson. Rest in peace. Okay, so I think that is it. In fact, I know it's it.
Wait. There's one thing. Sword in the Stone's birthday, everybody! Happy birthday, Sword in the
Stone. I'm on it. Don't worry. Okay, so that is it, folks. So I will thank the chat. Thank you for the interaction, super chats, and keeping us on our toes. We will see you next time. I will thank the guests. I'll move Andrew up. Emperor Kipling, cheers, my friend.
Cheers, Brown. Quite enjoyed the stream this evening.
To have you back, mate.
Yeah, it was good to speak to everybody. Thank you again to the chat. You're all always amazing. We wouldn't have a show without you. But yeah, cheers, Brown. Thanks a lot.
Look at this avatar, everybody. It's just incredible. Smilex.
Wow.
Cheers,
yes. Master the Speeding Otter. That's me. Thank you again, Mr. Brown. And again, chat. Amazing as always. I love you, boys and girls.
What a avatar. That is just the best thing I've seen all day. Professor R2.
Thank you so much. Yeah, had a great time.
Last minute, but he stepped in. Great to have you on, my friend. Actually, Andrew.
Thanks for having me.
Great to have you on, mate.
Here.
And last but by no means least, Ian David Diaz, Mega Geek, everybody.
No worries.
Cheers, Ed.
Yeah, okay. No worries.
I know that B-Sup is back tomorrow.
You're on it.
I think I am, yes. I am. We're talking about Dune 2, Part 2, was it? Dune. Part 2. So that's on tomorrow. We're back Wednesday, everybody. Back at the weekend doing more Star Trek and doing this shite. So if we don't see you tomorrow or Wednesday, I would say have a great week. But what I'm going to do is this. So bear with me.
Boomer.
I am. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear. At Sword in the Storm. Happy birthday to you.
Mon.
Oh, I would have got a Marilyn Monroe avatar to jump out of a cake for you.
Runtings
on many more.
Happy birthday, man.
Timing.
It's not but